You meet someone new, it takes less than a second. Before they say a word, you already have a feeling about them, trustworthy or not, competent or not. You didn't choose this feeling, it just arrived, fully formed. And here's the strange part. You were probably right more often than chance would allow. Why does your brain do this? The answer isn't really about the stranger in front of you. It's about the strangers your ancestors met 100,000 years ago on a dark path, with no way to know if the figure approaching was kin or threat. Your brain never stopped running that old software. Here's the number, 100 milliseconds. That's how long it takes your brain to form a first impression of a face. Psychologist Alexander Todorov at Princeton proved it. He showed people photographs for just 100 milliseconds, then asked them to rate trustworthiness and competence. Giving them more time barely changed the ratings. The brain had already decided. What is it actually checking? Not what you'd expect. Todorov's research found that trustworthiness judgments track something almost embarrassingly simple: how much a face resembles an expression of anger or happiness at rest. A slightly upturned mouth reads as warm. A heavier brow reads as cold. None of this has anything to do with the person's real character. Your brain isn't reading them. It's pattern matching a face against expressions it learned to recognize in infancy. The speed problem goes back even further than faces. Psychologists Nalini Ambady and Robert Rosenthal showed students silent video clips of teachers, just a few seconds long, no sound at all. The students' snap ratings predicted those same teachers' real end-of-semester evaluations from students who'd spent 16 weeks with them. A few seconds of silence carried almost the same information as a full semester. Why would evolution build a brain this fast to judge? Because slow judgment used to be fatal. A figure steps out of the tree line. You don't have time for a long conversation. You have a second, maybe less, to decide whether to run or greet them. The humans who hesitated sometimes didn't survive to pass on that hesitation. The humans who read a face fast, even imperfectly, lived longer on average. Your brain inherited the fast version, and this system doesn't know the difference between danger and difference. Your ancestors lived in bands of maybe 50 to 150 people. Everyone inside that circle was known. Everyone outside it was, by default, dangerous. Anthropologist Robin Dunbar's research suggests that number, around 150 relationships, is close to the natural ceiling of who your brain can hold as familiar. Past that, everyone becomes a stranger, and the ancient alarm switches on. You now meet more new faces in a single week than your ancestors met in a year. A system built for rare, high-stakes encounters is firing constantly on strangers who pose you no threat at all. Does that mean first impressions are just noise? Not entirely. Todorov also found that split-second competence ratings of political candidates' faces, based on nothing but appearance, predicted real election outcomes at rates well above chance. Voters weren't reading policy, they were reading jawlines. So, what do you do with a brain like this? You can't switch off the 100-millisecond judgment, but you can know it's there. The next time you meet someone and feel that instant pull toward trust or away from it, ask yourself where the feeling actually came from. Was it something they did? Or was it the shape of a brow, the angle of a mouth, an echo of a face your ancestors learned to fear long before either of you were born? You meet someone new. It takes less than a second. But now you know that second isn't really about them at all. It's 100,000 years of survival, still running in the background, mistaking a stranger for a threat that stopped existing a long, long time ago.